This is the local and national news from Fabulous 103 FM, brought to you via YouTube. And it would be fabulous if you subscribed to our YouTube page, with the promise in the future that at different times we'll have subjects that are only available to those who subscribe. So please, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's easy. Click the subscribe button. And at the same time, click the like button too. From August, Thailand will introduce its planned 300 baht tourism fee for all arrivals of non-Thais here. For those flying in, it will be almost unnoticeable, as it's expected to be included in ticket prices. Since all airlines send passenger listings to the airport authorities during departure, in addition to checking for undesirable passengers, a new system will be introduced, which will then bill the airline. Despite the small increase in fuel prices here, numerous standard shopping items are expected to rise in price, and some, well, they have already. On the list, in addition to white and luxury goods, staples such as instant coffee, noodles and cooking oil, along with washing items like shampoo and soap, have seen rising prices on the shop shelves. And price hikes, well, current prices are expected to rise again through the coming months. One of Thailand's most wanted drug dealers was handed over by Burmese authorities at the weekend, cementing the relationship between police forces of both countries. A member of one of the most notorious drug gangs here, he'd been spotted and reported as living in secret in Burma. A Bangkok taxi driver will no doubt lose his livelihood after being arrested and charged with stealing cash and valuables worth an estimated 50,000 baht from a severely drunk Frenchman who dozed off in the back seat. The 32-year-old filed a complaint. A search of the driver's rented room revealed the man's designer bag. Admitting the crime, the driver told cops he'd already sold the man's iPhone. The rest, well, it was handed back to the now sober tourist. Military troops on the Burmese border near Chiang Rai crossed paths with 10 to 12 drug runners in a jungle area over the weekend. When the military ordered them to stop, the mules opened fire. End result, 8 of them lost their lives, and 4.5 million meth pills are now in the hands of the authorities. And in Nakhon Sawan, the wife of a Danish expat along with her pal have been arrested and charged with the attempted murder of her husband. With a 10 million baht life insurance policy, Mr. Larson became more valuable to her dead than alive. She and her pal hired a so-called local hitman to knock the man off his bike in a staged road wreck. Cops, though, got suspicious when checking the accident scene, and once they questioned the so-called hitman, he rolled over, admitted his crime, neatly blaming the would-be widow. Either way, despite injuries, the expat is said to be recovering in hospital, but he's likely to become single very soon, perhaps for his own safety. Meanwhile, at home, and the province this morning reported 294 new cases of COVID around the region, 52 in Chonburi, 77 Sriracha, 78 in Banglamung, and 31 in Sattahip. In addition, 1,585 other patients failed ATK testing at medical centres. Nationally, the figures in the same period, 9,331, with 21,168 people said to have recovered and been released from quarantine, and 84 deaths attributed to the virus during the same time. With today a national holiday, domestic tourism was on a high this weekend. Police raids on 2 former bars saw customers found drinking after hours, despite a citywide tip-off that raids would be carried out. And otherwise it appears that the city saw a very well-behaved weekend, with the beach and nightlife areas very busy. A huge storm front was approaching the city at sunrise this morning, covering a very, very large area. The clouds were dense black, seeing the floodgates open by 7, and much of the city along with the east side drenched. Roads in some parts were temporarily impassable. However, drains cleared much of the flooding quickly, but it's expected that debris will be remaining on many roads around the city and drivers should take extra caution. And with the expectation of more rain today and tomorrow, and the Met Office promising highs today of 32, dropping down to as low as 25. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme,